Hey guys, what is going on? The Zip of Rage Quit TV. We are in the replays right now. And yeah, it is replay casted. I forgot to put my little replay overlay up, but it really can't spoil too much because you don't see the time, so I'm not going to worry about it. We have Attero versus State. This is, I believe, the round of 16 game. It is a PvP game number 1. And apparently they are doing a lot of chat right now, but it'll end as soon as the game starts. We do have 9 pylons going out all around. That is generally what you see. The other thing is possibly 10 pylon, which means a 10 gateway. And no clue what the chat is saying. Maybe you were reading it. I was, and I had to talk. We do have both pylons about to be the gateways next. And still no clue what they're talking about at all. Gateways are going to be going down probably around 13. Could have been 12. Most likely going to be, let's see, 13 for Attero. And State is doing it at 12, so we'll see how this does vary. We can look at the probe count in about a minute and see if it's tied or still just up 1 or up a few. The probe is going around to look for any type of proxies before he moves out. He checks this area because if you're up here, you can see back here, and this is where you normally see proxy gateways. This whole area in the middle is where you proxy, mainly back here because this area doesn't always get scouted. Why in this? Because it doesn't matter where they are, your proxy is going to be close to them. Attero, he did not do that scouting, as you see. He just went immediately there, didn't go to this little edge. Could be a small misstep. He should probably go there, but the number of games it saves you is not that much. The probe is going to be coming up. And sees the gateway and, ooh, blocks the cybernetics core just temporarily. It's going to delay it a second. No big deal there. And now we have some hot probe on probe action. He does ninja his way out. Goes right through the pylon and gateway. Doesn't take any damage. Still just on shields and now going to be zapping away on that pylon. And the second gas is coming up for State, so Attero should know it's not a 4-gate. And what is Attero gonna do? Is he gonna throw up his second gas or not? This probe is still in. Sees the Chrono Boost energy stacking up, so it could be anything right now. And looking like Attero decides, okay, that's enough scouting, and does go back home. Meanwhile, State just going back and forth, looking at it, trying to keep an eye on what happens. Sees the first Chrono Boost go off on this cybernetics core. And Attero, is this probe just going to go on the watchtower? I think it would stay by. Maybe he's just going out of the base, trying to hide a little bit so a stalker doesn't come out and kill the probe. This probe is going to throw down a 4 pylon if he chooses to do a 4-gate. And it's looking like it very well could be. 2 more gateways go down. Is he going to get that 3rd one? And yes, he does. We do have a 4-gate coming out from Attero. And that's why this probe did retreat, just so he doesn't die. He wants to throw down that forward pylon, and I think State knows it's a 4-gate. Saw a lot going on. Well, not much going on. He saw this being saved, and the cybernetics core being chrono boosted, which points towards a 4-gate. And now he is going to be going back in as he leaves the base, and he's going to get confirmation on the 4-gate. The Zealot on the watchtower. Taylor now moving in. Zealot and Stalker is going to be going in for the attack. Does have a pylon just finishing at this watchtower. And will State be able to hold this? He did do a 2-gate, does have 3 gates up now. And this one probe does get a scout, gonna throw an in-base pylon. This is gonna have to be taken care of by at least like 1 Zealot to go and defend. If State can just hold his own here and doesn't lose immediately, that 1 pylon is gonna make a huge deal, as I don't think Attero was paying attention and saw that. Does have sentries and stalkers out, so I think he's in pretty good shape. There goes the double pylon, so he can try to whoop just above where any force fields would be put. Going up, a force field blocks 1 stalker, so that will be going down, and good job by State going back. But right now he could just whoop units past his force field very easily. Another force field going down. This is what State has to do. Just delay this. Attero does have better unit production, but State has this 1 forward pylon all the way into the base. And Attero getting his Zealots trapped outside. That's some more free kills. And it looks like State knows exactly how to deal with a 4-gate. Attero now retreating Is State going to be whooping in? Attero did know about that forward pylon, and he is going to be taking it out. So we don't see a very fast game because of that. And wait, those Stalkers are coming back. Was that a bluff? Maybe because he took out that one pylon, he's like, okay, well, I could have supply capped you, so you can't build any units right now, so I can do a little bit more damage. This one probe is still hiding out back there. Could throw down another forward pylon if he chose to do so. We do have State going for a Robo facility, so he'll have mortals out very shortly. And now he's going down the ramp, and oh my god, Attero missed a huge opportunity to get a big force field off, splitting the army in half, but no, he didn't. That one pylon goes down. Now Attero is supply capped. Meanwhile, we do have Attero just has a few units back in home to defend. The forward pylon is going up for State. He is going to be starting to morph in units. Has easily defended this forward gate. Has his Robo facility up. Getting an observer out. And what do we have? Just now, the Robo facility being built for Attero. The pylon is finished. Going to whoop in 3 zealots, but those things are going to be taken care of very easily. The probe comes in. That one zealot goes on a smoke break. He sees that forward pylon. Now the zealot on this zealot's going to go down. This stalker could go down if he's not careful, but maybe not. All the reinforcements show up, not losing a single unit there. Wait! Oh man, could have lost that one zealot, but no. Attero does hold that very well. Now we do have State picking up this one pylon. Does not get any supply capping down. Oh no, it does supply cap him. We do have Attero now supply cap 58 out of 58. He's getting his observer now. We do have the Robo base, so Colossus will be coming out from State very soon. And the observer just getting a scout. 55 to 58 food. Let's go to the worker tab. 27 to 26. Still anyone's game. If I have to give an advantage, it will be to State just because he is ahead in that tech. And Attero, his Nexus energy pretty high. State's still high, but not as high. This Colossus now could come out. Is he going to start building it immediately? Let's see. And yes, he does. Is he going to chrono boost it? Yep. And the observer just trying to get a scout to see what is going on. I think he saw that Robo facility. Yeah, he did. So that's why he's being so cautious. The observer's going to spot each other. And these stalkers could take it out. And no, they just don't. We do have zealots morphing in on the high ground right here. We do have that one forward pylon. The Nexus is just about, well, no, it's only halfway. But we do have State going for an expansion. And now, Attero going for an expansion. Can we have a macro PvP game in game number 1? I think the answer is yes. Pylon going up. Colossus is out. We do have Thermal Lance almost done for State. And Attero, he is going for a Twilight Council. Looking like he's going to go for a Charge Lot Archon, possibly. He could go for Blink Stalkers, but it's a little bit late to start going for that, so I'm assuming it's going to be Charge Lot Archon. I could be wrong. And that one pylon still just sitting there. This one probe is going to go down to Attero's Stalker. And yes, Attero is going for that Zealot leg speed and a Templar Archon, so he's going for the Zealot Archon against this Colossus play. And we did see earlier in these series that Zealot Archon does fairly well against Mass Colossus. It didn't win, but it held off when he was considerably further behind. Another yeah, State is throwing down another 2 pylons. Just getting vision everywhere. It looks like he'll be able to whoop in units anywhere he wants and see anything that could possibly be happening. So I do like the place by State, just getting forward pylons, keeping them on the high ground so he can whoop in units from the high ground to the low ground. And also have vision of this high ground, because if he placed it right here in this corner, it wouldn't see up. And the food count, 96 to 84. State is ahead in the supply. Attero maybe ahead in the tech. I don't know who to call ahead. If you have Archons and Charge Lots out, does that mean they're ahead against Colossus? I think if it's just 1 or 2, yes. But if it's just getting to like 6 Colossus, I don't care what you have. You're not going to beat that. The Colossus will just take out your Zealots so quickly. First Archon is being morphed. The probe count 42 for State, 36 for Attero, so State way ahead in those probes. Observe from Attero, just seeing what State is up to. Meanwhile, Attero now building more and more probes, and State is doing the same thing, so still have both players macroing up. Zealot Archon versus the normal Colossus. What will win? We'll have an engagement eventually. It's going to take a while, and those Zealots looking like they are just spread out. I thought they may have started taking out that one pylon, but he doesn't know about that. And who will be first to take the third base? I think the third base would be something that's a good idea to take in the future. And whoa! We have State going for a Templar Archives now. Is he going to get his own Archons and go Colossus Archon charge lot? That would be a pretty scary composition for State. Just going off of this 2 base, he should be expanding to his next base fairly soon, I'd say. Both players just happy on 2 bases. On the weapons, we don't have any upgrades for Attero. He needs to get the weapons upgrades. We do have weapons. Oh no, Attero is teal. He is getting the upgrade. State, he isn't at any upgrades. I don't even think he has a forge out. So Attero is going to be ahead on the upgrades, but State is just going to have so much more attack with Archons, Colossus, Zealot, Stalker. Well, Zealot and Stalker is nothing special, but he's going to have the Colossus with Thermal Lance, and that is going to be a pretty good HUD counter to just +1 weapons. And he should have his own Archons very soon. And maybe Zealot Archon just stomps Colossus, so that's why now he is transferring so he can go into Zealot Archon. And here we go, the engagement is happening, but we have Attero perfectly split up. That one base is forced to get canceled. He had the pylon up here, now morphing in units. And both players now having a great split on their units. Here we go, the battle is commencing. Lots of Archons for Attero. Those Zealots going down very fast, but those Colossus just sitting back. Wait, it looks like Attero may win this very handily. Those Immortals now targeting those Colossus. Zealots come in to take out those Immortals. Archons taking out a lot, and wait, those Colossus may be just too much after the whooping of Zealots, but those Stalkers going to target them down. Takes out 2 so far, and it looks like Attero is going to defend. And he's got extra Archons left over. This one Archon so close, 2 HP left. Oh man. So Attero just barely holds off, but he doesn't really take any losses, so he should be ahead at this point in the game. But that one pylon still could ruin Attero's day if he goes out to attack and some units get morphed in. But all the pylons split up could ruin State's day, as a lot of them will be getting taken out, but he's under half of his supply limit, so that's not going to bother him too much losing all these pylons just yet. We do have Attero going for +2 weapon upgrades and taking a 3rd base. Meanwhile, State going for Colossus Archons. And I want to say Attero is in a pretty good position. However, he is behind in supply. I've never seen Colossus Archon used together, so we'll see how State does. He has a lot of gateways just now finishing. But if he doesn't make something happen soon, this 3rd base, or 2nd base really, is going to kick in because the mains are now getting mined out. You have the probe transfers going on. State is going to be on 1 base essentially, while Attero is going to be on 2 base. And State getting 2 Zealots in, taking out a few probes. And forcing everything back, and now he is moving out. He should have moved out sooner, because he could have caught Attero before he got in his concave again, but wait, he's not doing it. He's not splitting up that well. Those Colossus do very well when things don't split up, and he's going to be abusing this one small choke, but cannons are there to soak some damage. And both players have a lot of Archons. And that 3 Colossus out for State, that could make the difference here. The Colossus do very well against Stalkers. The Archons do very well against Zealots. But there's just so many Archons out for Attero. Will he be able to just stomp this? Claus is abusing this high ground, and Attero's going to have to do something soon or he's going to lose his third base. And uh-oh, his Zealot's out of position. He can't be leading with his Zealots in the back. That would be a horrible, horrible attack. And there we go. He is trying to split up his army, but as he goes in, some Zealots in the back screw up the splitting. So many Archons out, and it's hard to tell who is winning. It looks like State is coming out ahead, but you still have a lot of these Stalkers in the back. And maybe I was wrong. Looks like Attero is coming out ahead. The Zealots are gone, and now there's Stalkers are just going to focus down those Colossus, and there goes the GG. Attero taking game number 1.